What's up, guys? Welcome to Blake's Garage and another totally tubular 2-minute tool time Tuesday. Today we got an awesome tool from Milwaukee Tool. This is an M18 FUEL. Man, this all rhymes. 15 amps of corded power, so this thing is basically just as good as a corded saw here, and this thing is for actually cutting steel. It is a metal cutting circular saw. Part number here is 2982-21, so this does come with a battery in this particular kit. Let's get into this thing and open it up. So this tool is pretty dang awesome. One charge can actually cut like 120 pieces, they say, of steel decking. So like that decking material you might see on roofs with one charge. So this thing can cut quite a bit. If you guys have any M18 FUEL batteries, you will know that these things are amazing. And ooh, I absolutely love when they come in a bag like this. I probably will use this bag for like my automotive tools and stuff like that, going to pick and pull. I'll show you my other one. I ended up using this smaller bag here, and I put like a bunch of just random stuff when I'm like going to the junkyard and picking parts for some of my old BMWs. Very useful. But this will come in handy as well. Nice little carrying strap. How does this work? And it has the rotating swivel, so you know you don't have to worry about like getting it on correctly the first time, if that makes sense. You can even it all out once it's up. We got the charger, so pretty much all kits always come with the charger. Now there are two different types of charger. If you guys haven't noticed in the past, there's a regular style charger for each battery, so you can get one that's just a standard M18, you know, you can get it with the M12, just charges the standard M12, or the rapid charge, right? So the rapid charge will actually charge a battery quicker, and it's better for those higher amp. As far as this kit goes, it came with, I think, just one battery pack in this kit, but it's one that I actually don't have. This is the 8 amp hour right here, the XC-8 M18 REDLITHIUM. It does need a charge, doesn't come charged, but that's totally fine. We'll hop one of these on. I got some other new batteries. I'll just kind of show you another option. I got a few of these, the older M18 HD 9 amp hour batteries, so that'll work just fine, but you could see, you know, a little bit of size difference there, so that's cool. And now what we're actually all waiting for is the actual tool itself. Let's see if it comes with anything else. Cardboard, and looks to be a blade. I know the blade is definitely important for testing. So we'll put this bag aside for now. Jump down into the saw. Wow, the size is nice. This is an 8-inch circular saw, so you know it is not small by any means, but man, this thing is gonna pack some torque and some power. Very cool. What I'm seeing here is a little looks like a little light. If you see this light go on, that's a load indicator showing that you have too much load on the item. So basically, back off the pressure, stop pushing as hard until that light goes out, and then keep ripping on through. We do have an Allen key, right here in the side. So that's gonna be for putting the blade in, right? So that's a good little storage spot. Fits in there nice and tightly. It doesn't look like it's gonna fall off. We have the depth here, right? So we got a depth as much as 2.5 inches on here. So we can change the blade depth very simply. Yeah, that's 0, right? All the way up, so you can still see this is pretty big, right? But we can make nice shallow cuts if we need to, and then if we need to increase our depth and get that blade out there, you can do that pretty easily. One hand here, one hand there, boom. Awesome. What is that guy? Very nice as well. The guard, right? So, you know, a lot of time we want to start our material piece and we don't want the guard in the way. We just want to push it because that can kind of make our blade walk. Got the thumb piece right here. So you can thumb it out, boom, and start cutting. Very, very cool. Okay, I'm going to take the battery off just for safety reasons, and we'll see how this goes. I haven't read any directions, all right? I like to give first impressions on how the ease of use on the tool is. So that is really nice, the little metal shavings compartment, and it's obviously also a guard, so you know you'll be able to dump this out There's a clear little hole right here. I'm assuming that'll help with, you know, knowing when you need to empty it and that sort of thing. So we'll grab this, get the little blade lock up here, right? And then we push that down to where the, it's the motor lock. And then you can undo the little nut right here with the Allen. And this comes off. Now this spacer, it looks like you actually want to leave that spacer on. If you do take this spacer off, it'll have too much depth going in. So we can do this little guy, boop, and put the blade in there. Right. And just put this on top. Put the nut back on, or the bolt I should say. Give it a good little torque down. And then we just put this little thing back, grab the guard, clicks on here. Again, it has this nice little clamp area. Now, the one downside for this, if you're wondering like, would this cut wood? Yeah, it'll totally cut wood. But I don't think, I'm not getting that lined up on the front. There we go. Let's see. Oh, there's just a little bit off there. It's not hard to line up, but you know, it's always good to give you guys like this first impressions of this thing so you can kind of see like, how fumbly is it? Is it easy? Is it not easy? You know, that sort of thing. The one downside to a metal cutting saw, or this particular metal cutting saw, would be that you can't get any angle, right? So there's no tilt on the blade to get any angle in it, just depth. So you're pretty much looking at straight cuts with this thing. If you have, you know, some angle iron or, you know, any sort of stuff like that, and you have a good chop saw, you know, you can put some 45s and all that stuff in it. But all right, click the battery in. We'll get some safety glasses on here, and then we'll. Ooh, it's very nice, and it's braking. You can actually hear the blade, and you'll see the blade. See how quickly it stops? That's really nice for safety. I actually really like. You know, that braking grinder type of thing. We use these for test pieces. I got some decking. This is kind of a, well, it's not metal, that's for sure. This is a composite style decking. We'll try that out just because I want to know. I got some wood. Like I said, blade's not technically made for wood, but I'm sure it'll cut through this absolutely fine. We got a little, what is this, about 1/2 inch thick piece of steel, right? We'll give that a little bit of a chop. Make sure it cuts through that. Give her a chop. So we'll give it a quick rip. Alright, it's a little thicker than 1 inch, but I mean, just barely there. Maybe I needed to adjust it a little bit more, but nice and clean cut, really. Like I said, and that was just a slow cut. We'll give it a quick rip. We'll kind of try to bog it, all right? Right? Absolutely no issue. Just ripped right through that. Very nice and clean cut. So cool. We knew it'd do that. It should do that. No problem, right? Some little 1/2 inch stock. I don't want to waste too much of this, so I'll just give it a quick little cut. Kind of feeling that was going to happen. You can see before it fell, it was almost through the piece, so let's try that again. Now here's the question. How hot is it? It is not that hot. Usually after you're done cutting something, you can't just touch it right after like that. Because it's using a blade and actually chipping material away, I can hold on to this thing, which is super cool. So you can just see how quickly you can chop stuff up. I should have had a better little rig for you guys, but something I just whipped up real quick. So again, I'm holding the piece right away, barehanded. That's what I wanted to show. It's hot, don't get me wrong. It is a bit hot, but it's not like abrasive wheel hot, right? And that's because of the way that it cuts. It's literally using the blade to cut it. See how it's very burr free? See how we haven't really I mean, besides this will come off pretty easy. I don't want to do it right now because I'll probably cut myself. But you can see that it has a really nice pattern to it. And it cuts very, very cleanly, which is just absolutely awesome. So, you know, there's not a lot of finish work after using that. And you can see that your material hasn't turned colors, right? We haven't changed the metallurgy from this of, you know, getting it too hot or anything like that, which is really nice. See about, this one might be easy. Rip a little piece of angle. All right, I just put it to max cutting depth on this one. We'll rip a little bit off the edge here. And you'll notice there's not a lot of sparks either. Look at that. Again, I'm able to just pick it up, which is super cool. And man, look at the cut. I mean, it's awesome. Obviously, my little clamping procedure here wasn't too awesome. Have a vise to put this in, but you know, for a quick unboxing, I felt that it would show off the tool pretty well. And this thing is super awesome if you got a job site that you're having to do a bunch of cuts on and you don't want to have a cord. I absolutely hate cords anymore. Everybody pretty much makes a battery powered system that is amazing, and that basically makes it to where you don't need to use batteries anymore. So, you know, you can do tons of cuts with this thing on one battery, and then you can always check in, you know, with your battery life and that sort of thing. Like, look, we didn't use anything. I know that was just a few cuts, but you know, it's still full charge and all that. Let's dump the remnants, right? So you can kind of see right in there where we have the junk. I can just pour those out. Very easy. Now, as far as the ground goes, right, I think it's kind of a question some people might have. You can see there's lots of little metal shavings. So you are going to need to sweep up and that sort of thing, but it's not like the fine dust like you would get from an abrasive wheel, you know, it's just more chipped off little pieces. Basically, way better to go into your foot. But I hope you guys like this video. We'll talk to you soon. Look for more videos to come. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, because I do tool reviews all the time and a bunch of car stuff. We will talk to you soon. Later, and wrench on.